financial literacy. We know that this is good for that person, but that person doesn't know that this is good for him. He doesn't understand this at all. And all the jargon and whatever we throw at him goes right over his head. We have very limited resources. We run branches at a real shoestring budget. We spend not more than 3,000 to 5,000 a month in all in running a branch in a back of beyond village. And we have to do it at scale. We have to provide a superstructure over it to manage cash, to provide all sorts of ancillary services so that these keep going. And we don't get any specific help from the government. We have never seen a rupee from the Financial Inclusion Fund, from the NABARD funds. Nothing at all has come from any of such sources. The kind of person who we deploy to run these outlets is not a very articulate person. That person needs to fulfill some criterion for us. He needs to be respected in the village. He needs to be at least there for a couple of years so that people trust him, have a certain degree of ability with communications, etc. But does not know enough about the multitude of products that the banks, the insurance companies, the mutual funds, the micro-pension companies can sell here. The market exists, the opportunity exists, the need exists, but neither the person who's trying to sell it understands it, nor the person who's going to need that product understands it. So to provide the advocacy of these products along with the technology and the ability to actually sell these products is the challenge. It's quite a large task. We are hoping to address it now in our second phase of existence. So we are now putting an extremely large focus on financial literacy and advocacy at our outlets. We are probably the best resource to do it. We are there in the village. So at 10,000 places, we actually have a point of presence. There's a person, there is equipment. This is the equipment that we use in all our locations. This is a fingerprint scanner, a printer, there is Bluetooth, there is a phone, this contains memory, this works offline, this works online. So this is the branch of a bank that works in that village. And it doesn't matter whether connectivity is available or not. People can enroll themselves, they can carry out a transaction here. We need help in being able to do this, and I would like to meet Mr. Srinivasan after this on a one-to-one basis to propose this in more detail. We don't have the resources to really push for financial literacy. We have the presence, we have some degree of resources in terms of human beings there and a support structure that goes in that village at least twice every week. What we need is firstly very good quality content, which needs to be simplified, it needs to be reasonably entertaining, needs to be reasonably short, so that we can distribute it in some way. It should ideally be audiovisual content because we think that is the most cost-effective form of distribution in a village. If you make flip charts and a flip chart costs you 100 rupees, if you have to take it to 6 lakh villages, that is a lot of money to spend on flip charts. So what we are now building is a technology system which adds on to this. We have actually built the hardware for a set-top box, which is very specialized for what we want to do here. This provides information from the sky in a box that barely costs about 7,500 rupees. That's the additional cost over this. This provides something like a 7-inch